I'd like to greet all human beings all around the world with a universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. When I say all human beings, I'm speaking about all human beings on the face of this earth, no matter what your political, philosophical, personal, or religious beliefs may be. No matter if you're the richest to the poorest person on the earth. No matter what your occupation is, I greet you all with that same universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It don't matter if you're light-skinned or dark-skinned. It don't matter if you like me or not. I still greet you with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Today, or this evening, or the night happened to be July the 9th, 2019. It's about 8:15 p.m. I have a few topics that I want to talk about. First, I want to thank all of you all, and it's hundreds of thousands of you all that views my YouTube videos around the world. Let my enemy tell it, they got me off of Facebook. They got Farrakhan off of Facebook. They just, a millionaire just got on Google and said he took himself off of Facebook. So, you know, Facebook taking me off of Facebook, whether it was voluntarily or not, it don't really matter, because taking me off of something that don't stop my mind from thinking, just like when I was incarcerated, my body, physical body was incarcerated, but not my mind. The same with Martin Luther King. When he was locked up in segregation, that's where he written most of his speeches. Malcolm X, the same thing. But anyway, first I want to tell you all, we had a nice trip, me and my two youngest daughters. We had a nice trip up to the city, seeing my oldest daughter, who's pregnant with twins, my grandson, and my granddaughter, two youngest grandchildren. We enjoyed ourselves, and that's what we went up there to do. Get away from Charleston for a little bit, and have a peace of mind. But when we got back, I believe it was on the 4th of July, the very next day, up in Boomland here in Charleston, Missouri, so happened I run into a scene where a white female had stolen a lot of dresses up out of Boomland. And I think about 3 or 4 employees, if it was 4, one of them was black, they was pursuing her, and she went in the car and locked herself in. And what I did was, while they was calling the police, or I told them to wait, before they called the police, I was gonna try to talk the female into coming out of the car. She was in a car that was from Kentucky. She had a friend that was with her, a female that she called Stephanie, but Stephanie disappeared because it was her car. But anyway, I tried to talk her to coming out and told her, just give the dresses back. If they want you to pay for it, I'll pay for the dresses for you, to see her not go to jail. She didn't want to come out. But now she was upset being in the car because she got caught. Then she was upset because her friend Stephanie didn't come out. Stephanie had enough sense. She knew they were stealing because they had stuff from Walmart and other stores. But she had enough sense that they were stealing, that she wasn't coming out to claim the car or the stuff in the car. Hey, how you doing now? Hot enough for you? Yeah. All righty. But Stephanie never came out. But let me tell you, this female was angry from Stephanie not coming out, her accomplice. She was mad because she got caught. And then she was mad, it seemed, that out of all the employees that worked at Boomland, one of them was black, and she happened to call the black the N-word. That goes to tell me one thing. She don't have, well, a couple of things. She don't have respect for other people's property because she was stealing. It's something about blacks that she gonna call the only black employee, and all the rest of them was whites that caught her stealing, called the black the N-word. But I was still trying to help her out of there. But then, after that, I started videoing because they called the police. And I videoed when the police came. One went on one side, one went on another. And white and black people was videoing this here. And I was letting some of them know that I had my own YouTube channel if they didn't get it from the beginning. I videoed when they got her out the car and all the merchandise, and when she was taken to the police car, and when the police car pulled up, I went up to the window, and she got to screaming, telling me, go get Stephanie. So I asked some of the workers to pay Stephanie, and they said no, because they didn't like the fact the way she did their co-worker, calling her the N-word because she done got caught stealing. But then she told me something else. She said, I got a 6-year-old daughter. And apparently I looked at all them dresses that she was stealing. She wasn't concerned about her 6-year-old daughter, because her 6-year-old daughter, I hope she wasn't in there with Stephanie, but her 6-year-old daughter wasn't with her. And I had one individual on there, somebody by the name of, on my YouTube, only one that had a negative thing, and that was a person that called himself James Jarrett, a person that I declare a coward, because James Jarrett never produces who they are. Women or men, black or white, it don't make no difference, killer or non-killer, the toughest person on earth to the weakest. But he said something that, or they said something that was negative, but I didn't let it bother me. But I looked at the video, and within 4 or 5 hours, it got over 500 views. But see, I don't put my YouTube, download my YouTube to get views or likes or dislikes. I'm hoping that sound there was fireworks. I'm hoping it wasn't a shotgun that somebody then took somebody out the game. But anyway, I slept on it, and then the next day, I said, after I let my daughters and them see it, I say, this is something that I tell y'all about stealing. When you get caught stealing, this is what happens. You got to think about it before you do it. But anyway, I decided I was going to take it off. I deleted it. And some people ask me, why you deleted it? And I deleted it for a few reasons. Some of the people that is in my circle, that's in this underground railroad that we have, they happen to be Spanish and black and white in Kentucky. We came to the conclusion that maybe this 6-year-old girl's family may see this YouTube and it may embarrass the daughter. Out of the respect for the daughter, I deleted it. And I felt good. When I feel bad about something, I deleted it. But what I was going to tell y'all, I put it on there for a purpose, to let her and some of her friends see, just because you got caught stealing, don't blame it on the black female because she was among the white females that pursued you until the police come. You didn't call them nothing negative. She even cussed me out. She called me the B word. You see what I'm saying? But I didn't let it bother me, because when it was all said and done, once I stopped at my YouTube video, I was going back home. I wasn't going where she was going, to the Charles, Missouri Detention Center, where she go to court tomorrow, July the 10th. But I'm going to go on to say, all these other individuals that y'all see when I make my YouTube videos, they make comments, but yet they don't look at the video. The last one I made is about a mother cat that had kittens, and she was on our porch feeding her kittens. And let me tell you how some of these ignorant, 2 individuals put a thumbs down. Okay, that don't bother me when you put a thumbs down. You see what I'm saying? It just showed me the ignorance of people. But I'm going to tell you something about these people that attack me, especially the 2 of them. They have a friend by the name of Keith Walker. Keith Walker, he never shows his face when he made comments on my YouTube video, but he always have something negative to say. He said on one of my recent YouTube, he said, "Oh, you a tough guy, a tough fella, Raymond Ivy." And if he'd have listened to the YouTube video that I made before I made the one with the kittens, I expressed, I never claimed to be tough, but I am tough enough to take up for me, my 2 daughters, my daddy, and the property that I'm on. I'm tough enough to do that. But let me tell you something about him that he don't even know about me. You know, if he listened, I told you I got a circle of people, and we have what we call an underground railroad. You know, they consist of all people of all nationalities and all walks of life. Some of them happen to be Navy SEALs, and one of them took a picture of you while they was looking through a high-power scope. And you know what they showed me about you, Keith Walker? Number one, they said that you got a white female, which ain't nothing wrong with that. I done dated white females. But they told me something peculiar about you. You see, because you talk a lot about me, but you can't produce nothing. They showed me with that high power scope, they Google it in real, they focus it in real good, and they seen something peculiar about you in a rabbit. You see, a rabbit is buck teeth. That's why they can eat that carrot real good in the front. They were showing me those 2 front teeth of yours. You know, if you need any money, they said they can get a GoFund and get your teeth fixed right. Pull them 2 buck teeth out. You see what I'm saying? And then take your shades off. You follow what I'm saying? Because that high power scope can see you. You see, now, that's how tough I am. Hey, how y'all doing? That's a Kodak moment there. Here's 2 young guys. I mean, 2 young people. A guy and a female with a baby, and that's a Kodak moment. Black folks, ain't y'all black folks? Peace, y'all. You know, this is Vine Street, y'all. It's peaceful down here until them people come from Cleveland Street, come from Ada Street. And when we got one, that's right, we got one down the street here on Vine now. He got kicked off from Vine close by the funeral home for trying to mess with the female he was staying with, trying to mess with her young child. Now he in the projects. But anyway, I ain't even here to talk about that. But these people, like Keith Walker, they always have something to say about me. You see what I'm saying? When I speak up about black corruption, you see what I'm saying? I don't have, you know, whoever want to say Black Lives Matter is doing something, to them is, you see what I'm saying? Blacks is killing blacks every day at a high rate. In Chicago, Baltimore, and other places, but you don't see Black Lives Matter in the other people. But let me tell you another thing. Remember I told y'all about the young guy that was walking up and down here when he was with 4 other guys, and I was watching as he walked past, and he said, "Stop looking at us," and told one of the guys to knock me out. The guy didn't do it, he kept on doing it. Me and my daughters just recently seen this same guy with him and his mother at food at Country Mark about 2 miles away from here. He wasn't with these guys. One of them is locked up. He wasn't with these guys then, and I'm looking at him. He didn't say nothing. He was with his mother and his little sister. They had to go 2 miles because he got caught stealing in a dollar store down the street. So now his mother and his sister got to walk all the way down there. But let me tell you this here. He didn't say a word to me when he walked past. He kept looking back to see if I was going to come and crack him upside his head. But I don't do no violence unless you try to do violence against me. And all of y'all, Keith Walker, James Jarrett, and anybody else in Charleston and any place else, don't like the fact that I'm taking these 2 guys to court on August the 14th, 2019, here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, the 33rd Circuit. If you think I'm a coward, come to court, because I'm going to come up there and testify. Let's see how tough y'all is, and tell me not to sit in that courtroom and tell the judge not to prosecute them. I'll show you how tough I am. Show you what type of coward I am. Peace, peace, peace.